Okay, pro-life channel here, Melissa May. A couple things I want to talk about with money. There are so many ways, ladies, to deal with money. So many ways. I'm on my way to a free financial management class. So many ways to deal with money. Do not ever let money steal your motherhood opportunity away. There is only a short time that you have opportunity to be a mother. Very short time. We are living in a society that says motherhood is not good. I was just talking to a church on my day off, which was Thursday. They're like, we're 100% with you. 100%. We are, you know, absolutely on the same page with pro-life. They are, vicariously, just going after helping mothers be have their babies. Okay, so a couple ways you can do things, guys. I just had something with insurance that had canceled without any communication at all, that it had canceled. I knew it was canceling, but then I had called them, put on a new vehicle, put the insurance on, therefore I should be all set. And they dropped everything without even telling me. So I had to work at calling them, talk to a manager, tell them, you're going to give me a discount basically for the bad service you just gave me. You freaking left me with no insurance on a new vehicle. This is not acceptable. What are you going to do for me? When it comes to businesses, do not be afraid when you have bad service to say, this was absolutely awful. What are you going to do for me? Another thing you can do when you get your paycheck, I just got my sales license. Invest in yourself, number one, with work. Number two, it's a fee. It's not too much, but it's a fee, right? So see if they can cut that in half in your check, which they did. They cut that in half. So half the payment was this check. The other half will be the next check. Use resources. My biggest thing I've done. I never thought I would be in this position where, you know, you can usually get your money back in life. You usually can get money back that you have had losses over. I lost, this is supposed to be my golden years. My husband left. So huge loss, right? So I've been a mom, so-called single mom when my son was 17. Um, and this is supposed to be my golden years. So I used the resources to make up for the loss I've had with a husband. You can solve things with money, but you can never, ever, ever give your kids back a dad. You can never give them back, you can never get a husband back. You can never solve these problems. If someone has cancer, you can never, these things are hard in life. Money is not as hard. Money, get out there and hustle, right? Um, another thing you can do, my son had, gotten plenty of financial aid, even with his books. I'm like, get financial aid with your books. Don't pay for anything. And then he got a refund, a good chunk of a refund that was not used. Use that. Let me think. What else have I been doing recently? So I went to a church yesterday during my break, got a gas card. Um, Use the gas cards. That makes up for anything else you need in life. If you need a haircut, if you need, anything you need in life to take care of yourself, use other things to help you. What else did I do? Usually I cash my check at a bank so that I don't have to pay a fee to cash that or put it in the bank. There's a million little things you can do. Packing snacks. I have snacks in my vehicle usually. That will take the edge off if I'm feeling hungry. Um, Gym membership. I have something that if I invite somebody to the gym with me, $10 off my next $20 membership fee. I saw someone I knew at the gym, and we were talking, and I'm like, are you still doing hair? And she's like, well, right now I'm right here. So I got my hair done, and I already thought about going to a school to get a perm. And I was talking to this lady, and I'm like, who do you recommend? And she's like, oh, I would recommend the school. It's going to be cheaper. What kind of perm do you recommend? Do the spiral. The spiral looks totally natural. So this is advice I got from a perm queen, okay? That's what she was called in school. And I went to hairdressing school, so I know, I'm like, well, I'm thinking of a piggyback, but I'm not sure. So, go to a school. I used to, when I was in school, people would come over for haircuts, and it was always cheaper. Um, there are a million ways, guys, to make motherhood work for you. If you are willing to put in the work, you will make it. And I had someone say to me when I was in a trailer, which is pretty frugal, oh, look at you, you can't even take care of yourself. This is in a trailer. We were fine. We were fine. We just chose to wait on some of the bills. We were like, you know what? There's other things that are more important right now. These bills can wait. And you know what? Sometimes those late charges are worth it. Honestly, they are. If the water bill comes in and you're like, you know what? I've got to put food on the table for my kids, or I've got, they need some clothes, or they need this, or they need that, or, whatever, just, say, okay, I'm willing to pay that dollar something late fee. Credit cards. That's another issue. Some people don't like credit cards, some people do. Another thing is what I did when I didn't have work is I borrowed from my bank. $20, cheaper than a credit card. $20 to overdraft on your account. As long as you put it back in, which is like 54 days they give you to put it back in. So if I was short on money, I'd be like, okay, I want to overdraft $120 to get me through the week, and then I'll put it back in 56 days. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Find creative ways, ladies, to make it work for you. Whether you have kids underfoot and you're cooking throughout the day, you're freezing some food, you've got food pantries, or whether you're on the phone calling people and saying, we're going to be late, we need an extension, we need a deferment at the bank. Whether it's your husband has cancer and you're like, you know what, we need some help, we're a young family. We had 25,000 written off for cancer. On and on it goes, guys. Be willing to work at it.